Welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well, let's learn English together. Welcome everyone, welcome to the studio. Welcome to today's session of English. How are you all today? Is everyone doing well? Is everyone having a good day? I hope so. Now, what were we doing yesterday? Who remembers? Aha! You all remember, don't you? Yes, that's right. Yesterday, we had another look at the use of the definite article, didn't we? You all remember the difference between vowels and consonants, don't you? Of course you do. We learned what vowels and consonants were millions of years ago, back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, singing the blues and writing poetry. Okay, so just to be on the safe side, let's check that we all remember, shall we? Okay, so the consonants are all the letters of the alphabet minus the vowels. And the vowels are the letters A, E, I, O, and U. Okay, so that means, logically, that the consonants are these letters in random order: B, D, J, K, Z, Y, M, C, S, T, V, F, H, G, W, L, N, Q, R, P, and X. Good. So, back to the basic rule. We all know that the basic rule states that if a word begins with a consonant, we use as the indefinite article. And if the word begins with a vowel, we use un. Okay, that's the basic rule. But we also know that the basic rule isn't always correct, don't we? Yes, the most important thing which decides if we use or un is pronunciation. And we all know what pronunciation means, don't we? Yes. We all remember that the verb to pronounce is to make the sound of a word. When you meet someone for the first time and their name is foreign, you can ask, how do you pronounce your name, for example? Or sometimes people correct how we pronounce things, like when Igor or Igor meets Dr. Frederick Frankenstein, or Dr. Frederick Frankenstein, or Dr. Frederick Frankenstein. Okay, when we pronounce words or names, we make the sound of the word or name. My name is Gav, for example, but lots of people pronounce my name incorrectly. They pronounce my name as Gave. This is wrong. Gave is the past simple form of the verb to give. We give each other presents at Christmas. Last year I gave my wife a present and she gave me a present. See, the verb to give becomes gave in the past simple. Some other people pronounce my name as Kevin. This is also wrong. That's a different name. I've got a cousin whose name is Kevin, but my name is pronounced Gav. Some Hungarians complain that the sound in my name doesn't exist in the Hungarian language, so they can't hear the difference and they can't pronounce my name correctly. Lots of people say that the closest Hungarian sound to my name is A, and this is why they say gave. Well, this is sort of true. The sound that my name needs is a sound which doesn't occur in standard Hungarian. It's this sound, A, represented by this symbol. But even if the sound doesn't occur in standard Hungarian, think about other noises you make. Think about the noise that you make when you stub your toe on a door early in the morning.
Yow! My foot!
Mother!
What?
Well, that's not the sound I was thinking of, really. Now, imagine the scene. You wake up, you're still feeling sleepy, you get out of bed, walk towards the door, walk towards the bathroom, and boom, stub your toe on the door. Now, think about the noise you make. Think about that sound. Ah! That's the sound to pronounce when you're saying my name. Just make it shorter. So, yes, the sound doesn't occur in Hungarian, but you can make the sound. Just shorten the sound and put it in the middle of G and V. And you've correctly pronounced my name. Simple, and not as painful as stubbing your toe on a door. Okay, so where were we? Ah, yes, we were talking about pronunciation and how pronunciation affects whether we use or un. Okay, so it's important to recognize that the sound of a word is more important than the first letter of a word. University begins with a vowel, but we don't say an university. And why not? Because the way we pronounce it, the word, makes it sound like it begins with a y sound. We use as the indefinite article when we're talking about members of parliament in the singular. Member begins with a consonant. But when we use the abbreviation MP, then we use un as the indefinite article because the sound of the letter M makes it sound like it begins with a vowel, the letter E, like an elephant or an embolism or an embalmer or an embankment or an embolus, for example. So with that word, we use one indefinite article with the full word and a different indefinite article with the abbreviated or short version. Weird, huh? Okay, there are also a few other words when the indefinite article we use is different to what the basic rule suggests. Words like our, because we don't pronounce the H, so it's the same as if we started the word with a vowel. We also say a European country, a uniform, and a unicorn. All because the way we pronounce the U make it sound like there is a y sound in the front of the word, just like university. When I visited a university in a European country, I saw a unicorn wearing a uniform. Okay, and now back to where we wanted to be, talking about the definite article. Now, we know various times that we use the definite article, and the main one is when we all know which thing we're talking about. If I tell you that I bought a shirt and a tie, then I'm using the indefinite article because you don't know which shirt and which tie. There are billions and billions of potential shirts and ties. But if I continue to talk about my two purchases, then I will continue like this. The shirt is green. My wife says that the shirt matches my face. The tie is yellow and red. My wife says that the tie matches my eyes. Now, this time, I know that you know which shirt and which tie I'm talking about. We've identified the two things that I'm talking about. So now I use the definite article. Okay, now yesterday we saw some other times when we used the definite article, didn't we? We know that we use the definite article when we make the superlative form of an adjective, for example. The biggest, the tallest, the most interesting, the hungriest. We know that we use the definite article when it's clear what we mean. What's the name of this song? There's only one. What's the time? The time now. There is only one time now. Where's the city centre? There's only one centre in every city. We also use the definite article with the same. They're identical twins. They look the same. If there is only one, then we use the definite article. The sun rises every day. The moon comes out at night. We also use the definite article when we're talking about the Army, the Navy, the police and the Air Force, because they're the specific Army, Navy, police and Air Force for that place, village, town, city, county, country, whatever. And of course, we all remember this picture, don't we? And we also follow those examples with other sentences not connected to pieces of paper. At the end of the book, there's a surprising twist. I dropped my phone in the river. Now my phone is at the bottom of the river. In the fairy tale Robin Hood, Robin always hit the target in the middle, even if he was drunk or had his eyes closed or was sleeping or wasn't too young anymore or was wearing strange clothes. So, there are some other places where we need to make sure that we use the definite article. And last lesson, we learned that before he died, Jimi Hendrix was quite good at playing the guitar. We also know that before he died, Liberace played the piano, and Liberace also wore rather extravagant clothes. We use the definite article when we're talking about the radio, but not when we're talking about the television. What did you do yesterday evening, Alfredo? I listened to Dr. Serb on the radio, Dave. Why? What did you do? I watched Dr. Baja on television. So, as you heard there, when we talk about the radio, we always use the definite article. We never say, I like to listen to radio. We always say, I like to listen to the radio. But remember that we can use the definite article with television if we're speaking about a particular specific television, a television which we all know. When you go to bed, remember to turn off the telly. And why did we use the definite article there? That's right, because we're talking about a specific television, the one in our house, the one that you're watching. We're talking about our television, the one in our living room. We're not talking about television in general. And oh, snap trombone slides. We're out of time. Yes, that's right, kiddies. We've run out of time. That's all the time we have for today's lesson. So, until tomorrow, there's only one thing you can do. And you all know what it is, don't you? Yes, that's right. Fire up your computer or laptop or smartphone or tablet or whatever and head over to the M5 TV site. The address is www.m5tv.hu. There you'll find all of our old lessons, along with all of the most important vocabulary from our lessons. So don't waste time sitting around watching telly. Get onto the internet and study some more English. Okay, have fun, whatever you do, and make sure that you have a great time. I'll see you all later. Bye.